All right, good morning. My name is Cannon Lafferty. I'm the head of consulting in North America for Adaptavist. With me is Harry Ha, who is the team lead for our work management in APAC. Just to give you a quick background, I've been with Adaptavist for going on 7 years now. I started as a technical consultant. I was a team lead for a while, and now I'm the head of work management consulting in North America. I've been in the Atlassian ecosystem for about 10 years and have 30 years of IT experience. And I'm going to hand it over to Harry to introduce himself.
Yes, thank you, Kenan. Hi, everyone. My name is Harry. I'm the technical lead of APAC region. I have been working for Adaptavist for 4 years, but I joined Atlassian world for more than 10 years. Um, I was starting my career path with a developer, and then senior developer, and then consultant, senior DevOps, principal consultant. Now I'm the team lead. That's me. Thank you, Kenan.
All right, real quick, fun fact, Harry and I, before we came to Adaptavist, we both worked for two separate organizations, and we ended up working together on a Atlassian product. So it was interesting that our paths crossed again here at Adaptavist. All right.
That's true because like I can still remember like how Canon was so knowledgeable and from that experience.
Well, we couldn't have done anything without your help, Harry. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into the teamwork collection. All right. Today we're going to go over the Atlassian Teamwork Collection. And basically, it's a set of products and it's going to do all sorts of things for your organization. But first, let's give you a little background about Adaptavist. We are Atlassian's largest partner, and we're the only Atlassian partner in North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. We have offices spread out in countries all over the world, and there is no partner in the ecosystem that is better equipped to handle whatever your service needs are. All right, so let's dig into the Atlassian Teamwork Collection. Atlassian has packaged these four very powerful applications together. You know about Jira and Confluence and have probably interacted with them before if you're at this webinar. However, we're going to be introducing two new players on the field, Jira and Loom, and we're going to show you how they can add and increase your organizational's efficiency, help you tie together a lot of your knowledge management issues that most people find in these applications, and then also how to plan and track work cross-functionally. Now, most organizations suffer with the problem of having kind of different functional departments, which have the tendency to create silos. Now, HR being the knowledgeable department in the organization about employment law, payroll, those types of things, it's really good for them to be focused on that specific set of skills. However, when it comes to supporting the organization in terms of what are the terms and talents needed, recruiting, staffing schedules, those types of things, it can be very tricky and difficult when business needs to ramp up because business doesn't always run at a steady pace. Conversely, it makes it very difficult for the business to interact with HR if there's not a way for if there's not a set place for HR to operate that the business is familiar with, can navigate, and has the ability to query. So what you'll see is when we start tying these different departments together through the Teamwork Collection, what you'll see is a better integration in all of these supporting in all of these supporting departments and contributing to a faster delivery. So in typical fashion, most business work efforts follow through this stream. They start with basically a strategy or an opportunity that they see in the market, and then they follow through with the demand, figuring out how they're going to staff it, how they're legally going to support it. They go to the value proposition where they say, hey, you know what? This is the service that we have to offer. This is what we think we're going to be able to do as far as making money. This is the opportunity we're trying to exploit. Then we go down to market intelligence all the way through to the delivery portion. Now, it should be in everyone's best interest to sharpen this area right here, what they call sharpening the V. Now, the faster that you can iterate through that process, the quicker you can realize whether or not your strategy is working and if you need to change it. So the top two areas are where there's really a lot of analysis, pre-analysis, post-analysis, gathering that feedback. And the question is how could we reduce the amount of time that organizations spend in this phase and spend more time in the operational phase? Now, with the addition of the Teamwork Collection and Rovo with Loom, it can help provide better context as far as the ability to document and map out your strategies using Confluence, advanced roadmaps, Atlassian Rovo, Loom, Jira, and Confluence to retain your knowledge on the once you're in market. So aligning work to goals. Companies use a lot of different applications to map out their goals. Sometimes they're as simple as spreadsheets. Other times they are very complex portfolio management applications. Generally, these require very complex integrations with Jira and Confluence in order to be able to track that work all the way through. However, with the Atlassian Teamwork Collection, these goals can be tracked right out of the box. And I'm going to hand it over to Harry, who recorded a quick demo on how to align your work to goals.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ken. So actually, we prepared 4 demos, right? All the demo we will use Loom. Actually, I'm here. I can give you guys face-to-face demo, but the thing is, like, we really want to share the benefit, how Loom can help you guys. Using the Loom to simply understand is Loom is a video communication platform. But what we really like the Loom is because we can really prepare some homework before doing this demo. We can think about the idea we really want to deliver you, and we are trying to consider different aspects. And in that way, we can cover everything we want to deliver to you guys. The second thing is like having the Loom, it will have some automatic transcript translation, and which can be used as knowledge sharing, which I will show in another session, which is knowledge management. So yeah, we can start with the team, team goal, how align the team goal. But I want to give you a simple introduction. It's like a different teams, they really have different goals, right? But think about it is like if you have a pre-sales team, sales team, they may think about how I can really, increase the sales. But for the DevOps team, so their goal is like how I can, set up the infrastructure. So these really have the different, the goals. But the thing is like, think about the strategic level at the company's perspective. Is like, for example, if you want to increase 20% of the sales, think about different team. Maybe developer team is thinking, okay, I want to develop more features and functionalities to gain this increase. And maybe the tester team, they want to say, hey, maybe I should give more integration testing, UAT testing, system testing to make sure my product is stable and gain the 20% increase. So go back to the topic is like the whole team is working on the same goal and trying to make the achieve this strategic goal. So let's start. Stefan, do you mind to kick off? Thank you so much.
Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to our session 1. Let me start with asking everyone a question. In your daily life, in your organization, how you can make sure every team is working on the same right thing, right? I think the answer is not easy, right? It's very common because different team work in the silo way, and they may have different goals, and it makes the whole organization, the whole work inefficient. The best practice, like we will try to dump all the goals in one page, make sure every participant can view the goal here. We have the goal definition, besides the goal, we can also have the sub goal and some other metadata. And we also have the very detailed planning. I will talk later. And we can also have the Loom here. Loom is amazing. The reason is like it can have a think message and to deliver to all the team members. It tries to avoid duplication meetings, right? And share very clear both the test and the video effect to the audience. And we can have listed some other things like stakeholders, like the owners, right? And the key metrics. We have the goal here. So now the question is like, how we can make sure this goal is really aligned from the beginning to the end, right? Because it's also really makes sense at the beginning, we follow the rule, we follow the goal, but with the time passing, and some team will not really focus on the same goal. Here is what the best strategy we can use. We can first try to map the goal into action item. The idea is like the goal is something very general. So we need to translate the general idea into action item. Here is an example. We have this action item. It's so easy if you want to translate that into a Jira question or Jira issue. So just bingo, create, and it will automatically create issue linked to Jira. So I have the Jira information linked here easily in Confluence. We have this very top level action item. It could be an initiative or it could be epic. And besides, this one, we can create subtasks based on that. So this makes sure a thing very interesting, huh? We will have from the very top goal, under goal, we will have the action item. For the action item, we will have the subtask. That mixture from the top to the bottom level, everything aligns to the same goal. Does that make sense? Yeah. So another way, we can also look in another Jira plan perspective. We already integrated with Jira and Confluence, which we will show you the benefit. We have the Jira plan displayed here. We will have very, high level design with very detailed tasks. But the thing is like from the bottom to the top, we can also align to the goals here, right? This is the goal defined. And so the mutual way will make sure when we have something, even like we create a ticket, a request in the middle of the project or very close to the end of the project, we can still make sure that issue or that ticket aligns to the same goal. Makes sense, right? So the third question is, we have the goal. We can guarantee everything works, consistently from the beginning to the end. But how can we make sure it runs effectively? We will have something else like check about your ongoing work. This is integration with Jira and Confluence to make sure Jira status can be reflected in Confluence. We can check, every work status, like what has finished, what is the bottleneck, what is the priority, anything critical I need to fix. I can have one picture to show everything here. I can also check about some individuals here in a list view. For example, I can click the filter and select the person I'm interested in, and I can look at the task assigned to that resources to check if it's overloaded, or maybe we can assign some new issue. Make sure the work for the individual is also efficient, right? There might be some other things to check the calendar to see, hey, what is the last day of my ticket, my task, and make sure every task really meets the whole project schedule and goals. So we had this session by asking 3 questions. If we can work on the same right thing, if we can do the same right thing from the beginning to the end, if we can do the things efficiently. Hope that makes sense. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Canon. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, back to you, Canon.
Thank you, Harry. As you can see, there's a lot of robust features just out of the box with the Teamwork Collection. As a matter of fact, we had a client that was kind of going back and forth on whether to invest in a very expensive PPM tool that would actually feed goals and strategies into Jira. And there was talk of purchasing the tool, then a very expensive integration. And so with the functionalities that are inherent in the Teamwork Collection, what we did was we kind of gave them a demo of what the capabilities were, and they saw that they were actually able to get all of the things that they wanted to out of a PPM tool as far as visibility, progress, and then to be able to keep that context as the work progresses, to have that feedback into the goals and better alignment. So that's the excuse me, that's aligning work to goals. Next, we're going to talk about managing knowledge. Now, we've had a lot of customers that are very excited about adopting Atlassian tools. They get started with Jira and Confluence, and they're so excited about how easily adoptable and customizable they are, but they find that they run into a problem very quickly, which is how do they organize and maintain data throughout the life cycle of their project? And then also, how do they organize and maintain knowledge as their business changes, as their business expands? So what we're going to go through now is just a talk of how both Loom and Rovo can help improve your organization's knowledge management, and basically create value by making things more accessible to your organization, but also being able to leverage areas where knowledge is gathered and stored that you may not have traditionally had in a previously in Jira and Confluence. So this will help your organization create value, encourage innovation, and reach your goals. I'm going to give it back to Harry to give you a demonstration on that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Canon. So first, what is the knowledge, right? So in our perspective, we believe like if something is beneficial to the team, that is knowledge. For example, for this webinar, it absolutely is a knowledge. The reason is like we are really hope this knowledge or this webinar can benefit to the audience. So that is the knowledge. And think about the importance of the knowledge, because like think about the society, because like people, individuals in the society, we are trying to pass the information, pass the knowledge from generation to generation, and then it happens the civilization, right? The same works for the organization, because like we are thinking from the team to team, from generation team to generation team. We are trying to pass the information between the teams to the next team, right? Even to the external user, to the vendors. That makes the whole thing, whole team, whole organization makes the progress. And another question is like having knowledge is one thing, but how we can make the knowledge efficient and beneficial to the organization is really another thing we need to deeply look at. So I think this demo will give you some ideas like, okay, use a teamwork infrastructure or framework. How I can store my knowledge, make sure like it's well structured, let my audience to enjoy with the knowledge, and also can think about in an AI way. It's like, okay, maybe AI can try to dig more deeper to look at my knowledge and have some result, have the report, make some action, give some estimate. So that is the goal of the knowledge management. Yeah. So yeah, please kick off, Stephen.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
As the page shows here, I'm a question man because I really love asking questions. So let's start with asking the first question to you guys. What information do we really need to store for the project managing? The answer is everything. You need to keep track of meeting notes. You need to store the goals. You need to have the decision making. You need to keep track of the discussion. You need to have brainstorming. So anything we stored will be really helpful for the later check, to keep track of what we discussed, to check about output, to check the goal, to check the progress, right? That is really, I think, answer the first question. We really need to store any information. But it comes to the second question, how we can manage all the information in a very efficient way. Or another way to asking is like, how can we store information effectively? So here we can see, we already showed in the first demo, and we can list the goals, list other things like progress, list the action item, resources, team related, role definition, and also the vision of the whole strategy, right? Including stakeholders, people I need to communicate, and the key metrics. And also another way is like I can also integrate with some other tools like Jira to show my Jira part. And for sure, Confluence can integrate with some other things like SharePoint, Google Doc to integrate all the stuff. And meanwhile, I want to also share with you is like if I want to make the decision making, and I can try to compare different solutions options and meet depending on the environment context, right? And pro and cons to give me the ideas how I can make a decision and also output. I would like to share something like I usually for the brainstorming. For example, I will create a whiteboard. Usually what I use is multiple two. Simply speaking, it gives you idea what is my highest priority. For example, if the lower effort, lower cost, high value, it's something I need to do now. But the other three area maybe the lower priorities. Let's start something with I want to add some integration for my new Mac app. Let me make it bigger and you guys can view everything. This is my requirement or brainstorm, but how can I convert it into, let's say, Jira issue, right? Because this is just idea. It's also very flexible, so you can select your content here. You can create the Jira issue by select the project, by select the issue type and create. What it does, it will create the issue and link back the issue for you, right? And meanwhile, you can also, let me see how, if you open the ticket, for sure, like it will have, you can add more information, more details in the Jira ticket. For example, I have something else. I want to also add, let's say, UAT test. And this is some other idea. I can translate that to Jira ticket too, but no, I want to do something else. I want to generate some other ideas. I'm thinking like how AI can help me, okay? Great. AI gives some more feedback. It's much more smarter than me, at least, right? Feel like everything looks good. I will just insert and try to organize my information. Maybe this one is not higher priority. I go to the next session. So this one gives you really an idea inside of your organization, how you can transform your idea into actionable item. And this transmission or this work pipeline really helps you to make sure your work is very efficient. There might be some other user cases. For example, I can run a quick search. I will show you something VPN. It will find everything VPN related. Let's open that. This is some IT team created for the external user use, because if any user has a VPN problem, so they can look at this article. But I'm thinking another way, Let me do a test. So I created a Jira issue. I select it's a bug, for example. I can't install VPN on my Mac. I created the issue. I will show you what I designed and then I will show you the result. So I have included automation, which is a very powerful feature in Jira, included with AI, Rovo. So I have another session to show the Rovo, but the idea for Rovo is very straightforward. You give the instruction to tell the AI what you want, what you expected. For here, I want AI to find the page related, right? According to my summary and description from the Jira issue. Give me the page found, add the comment, that's it, right? You can also link the similar issue if you found in Jira. This is how AI works. If AI found the result, I want AI to add a comment because I want it to give me the immediate feedback, what I need to do. Let's go back here. Wow, so smart. I only opened the ticket with a summary, even without a description. It gave me really useful information to say, hey, maybe there is something you are looking for, check these two links. And also it tells maybe developer or some people else to say, hey, there are some duplicated issues, maybe you want to do this issue. So that really makes your life so easier. Go back topic is like, we talked about if storing knowledge is very important. Yes, it is. How we can store the knowledge. Like I showed you how we make the well structure for storing the information or knowledge. And also we showed how to using the search, use the role and automation to give you the feedback. Hopefully you like it. Thank you guys.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you so
Harry.
much, Kenan. Yeah, thank you. Well, to you again, Kenan.
All right. So as you can see, a lot of the things that would have required very complex automations and very intricate kind of design decisions in Jira and Confluence are now almost second nature with the addition of Rovo and Loom. So the one thing that I did want to call out there is that with the addition of AI in this space is that there's a lot of things that you can do. Atlassian's made AI very accessible. So there are things that end users can do, for example, when they are creating a new space that they can, come up with a better design or actually kind of collaborate as far as defining an information architecture for their space. And it makes it easier to kind of index and make that information available later on. And then also, again, AI can also accommodate changes. So as information and organizations change, you can also work collaboratively with AI to update your information architecture. So the next step is, now that we've got all this context, now that we've got our goals, we have everything aligned for the teams to get ready to work on it. Now let's show them how we can plan and track work cross-functionally. This is one thing that, again, most people get into Jira and Confluence thinking that this is going to be very easy, but then as everyone kind of spreads off in their own direction to work on their projects, it becomes really difficult because sometimes in the process of just kind of rolling out a business strategy across multiple different functional departments, little mini silos develop along the way. So with the ability to leverage AI and Loom, it's easier to give context laterally as a engagement is underway. So again, cross-functional alignment and reducing collaborational drag is the intent of these tools, and improving operational efficiency. So I believe we're heading to a new demo. Oh, no, we're not. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. So basically, what I've seen in the ecosystem with very broad organizations is that they will have to set up very complex automations within Jira and Confluence in order to be able to tie different work efforts together, to have different dependencies outlined. And again, with the assistance of Rovo, it's easier to automate that. It's easier to have kind of an agent going out there and looking for things of similar work effort types, and then tying those two together as dependencies. So again, with the help of Rovo, it helps you better effectively plan and track your work. Obviously, it gives the team better execution because it provides them more context, as Harry showed, and a stronger alignment between your teams. Now it's demo time. Sorry, I didn't mean to get ahead of myself.
Yes, thank you so much, Kenan. Demo time again. This is my happiest time. So yeah, I'm not sure if you guys agree with me, because during my past several years experience, I found like details is the key to success, right? And we already talked about the goals, how to align to the goals. We talk about knowledge management, right? We have experience here. But now it's like how we can run into the details. For example, I need to run the plan. I need to run the estimate. I need to see how to track my, the problems, my issues, my requests, my bugs, right? And how I can run the executions, right? And also there are a lot of things you need to consider. It's like into details. For example, is my team busy? How I can cooperate two teams or more teams together? How I can assign different resources into different teams? How I can create a team? How I can make sure teams really, think about their task delivered and run the reflection. So a lot of details is really make it as a key to the success. So I think the third demo will show you about that. So yeah, Stefan, please kick off the demo. Thank you.
Hey, welcome to our session 3 demo. Think about a scenario. This year, our company want to increase automation and AI ability. And we want to involve different teams. The reason is like we want to involve sales team to purchase license. We want marketing team to have the design. We want to have the DevOps team to deploy the infrastructure. We may also involve other teams. I will show you how we can use the Jira plan to easily involve different teams and let the team collaborate to make sure the work or the goal can be really delivered efficiently. I will go to one issue, which is there is no team assigned. I can easily assign the team, existing here. Meanwhile, maybe I can create a new team here. Let's name the team called Best Team Ever. Yeah, we are the best team ever. So we will include our team members here. That's it. It's so simple. We have the team created, we have the team assigned. If we go back to the timeline, by refreshing the page, we expected to see the team. We can also see the team, work item is assigned under the team, right? The best team ever. That's true. So looking at any of the issue, we can, expand the issue, have the tree structure from top to the bottom. I will show you example here. For example, we have one ticket. We want to develop some technical here. And we can choose the start date, end date to make sure it can be really meet our requirement. We can also maybe change the stat to say, I'm working on that, right? We can also see this issue, the estimate. Let me open the issue, by the way. I want this issue to be done. I believe it can be done in 3 days. 3 days. I have spent 1 day. Let's say I enter 1 day. So I expected the status show me exactly 1/3 of the time is used. And this will give us a big picture to see, hey, how many hours I'm still remaining. For example, if I go to the top, I can easily see how many days I have spent, how many remaining hours I need. That gives us, very clear picture how we can track the issues, right? You can also feel free to assign the ticket to a different person because maybe this person is on PTO or maybe this person finished the first part of the job, you can assign to another person. Another way is since the example I showed at the beginning of the session, I may need the sales team to purchase a license. So without license, DevOps team cannot deploy the real infrastructure, right? So there is a dependency between that. So we have a very clear dependency picture to show, hey, which issue really blocks something. So I have, for example, this legal block the technology. So I need to go to the legal team, find the bottleneck and fix the issue, right? So that it gives us ability to say what really blocks you, and then you focus your strengths working and fixing on that. I want to also show you something else is in this timeline. For example, I have this issue, but I want to create some subtasks because I feel like I need some subtasks to solve the issue because this is too general. I can create subtasks here. Instead, by manually input the subtask, I can use the AI. Let's see how AI is powerful to help you. AI try to create the subtask based on the context. I can select some of that by click this accept, or I can accept all. What it does, it will create the ticket as a subtask for you, and you can just work on the ticket and assign, the subtasks to different team members, make sure it really meets your requirement, right? Also, I want to show you something in Confluence. I think we already shared you, it's possible to assign the action item to different teams. I already assigned, for example, team pulse to this action item. I want to show you, for example, I want to involve sales and marketing team here. This is a decision-making page. I noticed added something as option. So I can easily, what I do is I can easily create the Jira item, select something if it's sales or it's marketing, and try to create it. What it will do is it will create the issue automatically and also link the content to the ticket like this does, right? So I can easily have the sales and marketing team working on the different issue and work on the same goal. that is really also give us the big picture how we can keep track of the same goal in the Confluence from both the Jira and the Confluence side, how we let the team to collaborate, how we can track the progress, how we can reach the same goal by using these tools. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Kick to you again, Canon. Thank you.
Thank you, Harry. Great demo. So now, just to give a summary, we've showed you how to use leverage Rovo and Loom to plan and track your work. And now we're going to talk about Rovo for a minute. Now, one of the things that most people have concern about in adopting AI is, just the thought of it being, scary, having to have some sort of programmatic interaction with it. I would say that Atlassian has done really well at making AI accessible in the sense that it's very easy to set up what they call AI agents through the interface, but also to be able to provide a very robust API so that you can leverage other tools such as Script Runner Connect to connect to other applications to also bring information outside of the Atlassian ecosystem in for AI analysis. And I will hand it over to Harry if he has any more information that he wants to hand out on Rovo.
Yeah, thank you so much. By the way, Rovo, I want to give you a simple introduction about Rovo. Atlassian has two AI products. One is called Atlassian Intelligence, which is you don't need to have any license. Another one is really the advanced feature is called Rovo. It's a standalone product. So you have to buy as a package license, or you have to buy the license standalone. It's a little different feature. I will cover it in the demo. But just want to give you a brief introduction about that. So the question is here. Sorry, I really like to ask questions. So AI is there, and AI is ready. But the question to everyone here is like, are we ready yet? Right? So I think we know like AI is powerful. AI can do a lot of things. AI can speed up, our, efficiency to speed our, delivery. But the thing is, I think still some people may be afraid of AI. Some people may still think it's like how I can deploy my AI, right? So that is why we really want to have a demo to show our expertise, to share, some experience we help the customer to deliver using Rovo, using the AI. We want you guys to have some insight. Think about, okay, using Harry's user case, is that possible to implement very similar or try to escalate, my business based on my business reason, my business case? We really want to see how Rovo can scale your business. I think we can go ahead to start. Enjoy with that. Stefan, please.
Hey, welcome to our last session. I think we have already talked about AI because there are some demo already using the AI, but I want to talk AI particularly here. So the first goal of AI is how the AI improves your searching. We can search in Jira, we can search in Confluence. First, let's think about search in Jira. In Jira, we have a very powerful tool called GQL, but it's not so easy, right? I can write myself, but it's time consuming. Instead, maybe I can ask if it's a natural language. And also, I'm not native speaker, so I may speak something wrong. For example, can you list the issue created maybe 2 months ago and 2 months, let's say, between 1 month? Grammar error and really does not make sense. Even the other people cannot read that. But let's say if AI is smart to translate my information to say, wow, really smart. I want the issue created between 1 month and 2 months and listed this issue. So I don't need to search on the GQL documentation to find this keyword. So instead I use the AI to find the thing. But also when Rovo is coming, it gives another bigger or powerful searching abilities. Like I don't need to focus on searching Jira or Confluence. I want to search across the whole organization. Let's see how it works. For example, I want to search if I have the VPN error. How can I do that? I search the VPN. Hopefully, it found everything. If we look at the right, it covers from the Confluence, Jira, Jira Service Management, Loom, even I have all Loom recording here. So I can see, hey, how I can fix the VPN, use the video. So that also gives us abilities like to cross the whole knowledge, right? Not only Confluence, any product, related. If I want to search something, I want to do some action, how Rovo can help us. We go in here, hello, can you find issues assigned to me? This I want to let Rovo to help find if any issue assigned to me because I may want to go to the PTO next week. I'm thinking maybe I will assign this issue to Canon because I'm really busy. Can you add a comment to this issue? Use a nice way to speak to Canon to ask his help on this issue because I will be out of office next. If AI is smart to catch that. Hopefully it works. AI is trying to help me. I don't need to look into that issue. Seems already very smart. So I will confirm. Bingo. Hopefully it's working. Open the issue to see if it really helps us. Bingo, it works, right? We already showed the Rovo or the AR part, helps you to search, do the action. I will show you another thing. It's called the Rovo agent here. Atlassian already include the agent you can use, but also it's so easy for you to create a new agent. So for example, I already create some agent here. Create agent, it's just several clicks. For example, I already created two agents here. I want to search the knowledge base and found the related Confluence knowledge base and add the comment. So this is one thing. I also have another one is trying to summarize the description to give the action list based on the description and translate it into the Chinese because some of my user is Chinese, right? So this is one configure the agent. I have included my agent in automation to say, hey, if anything, try to update it in my issue. If the priority is critical, I will to use this agent. The agent is trying to summarize the description into the action list and translate it in the Chinese. I can show you how it does. It's like it will try to send an email to maybe the person I really concern because I can configure in the email. For example, this is the CEO or CTO or some people is interested in that. The email content will include in the action list based on the description and also translated in the Chinese. This shares a very good user case is like how I let the AI grab the information, do the action I want, run the automation, and helps you to really get your task efficiently. Hope that helps you for your daily life. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, everyone. But I want to mention, I try to assign all the issue to Canon. That is a joke. Even though I'm really on the PTO this week, but the thing is, like, I have already finalized my everything, and I did assign to Canon because he's my manager. I do not want my manager to worry too much about that. But that really show a good case is like you can work closely with your teammate if you want something, you want to reassign or to do some other actions. Thank you so much. Give back to you, Canon.
And Harry, it's okay if you assign stuff to me. I'm fine with it.
Thank you, man.
I doubt that I could execute on it any better than you can. So, all right. Now I believe it's time for questions. And so I can start off. I think we already had a question as far as the goals. And what I was looking at in Atlassian's own presentation of the Teamwork Collection is that they really wanted to emphasize Loom and Rovo. And so there are some other applications that are kind of bundled in with it. And the demonstration that Harry put together is the actual Teamwork Collection license. So everything that he did in that, you can do on your own. So, and I believe, so I want to answer this carefully because I believe that there are specific elements as far as planning and tracking on the Goals app that it's embedded within the strategy collection. I don't think it's part of the Teamwork Collection, but again, everything that Harry went through the demo on is included in the Teamwork Collection, and that's as far as aligning the work to goals.
Yeah, I want to add something more. It's like besides the Go integration, that let's see general stuff, right? Actually, I'm not sure if it's possible. Let me to share the screen, but I can give a try to share my screen. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can see my screen. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but the idea is like here is like I want to mention about the integration. For sure, like Ken mentioned is like you can integrate different things together. You can run the import together using the CSV or use some other stuff. But I want to share something is like you can also create a smart link here. Smart link is like you can integrate with any tool here. Is there is more than 1,000 platform or product you can integrate. So that is not only limited to goals. So Confluence is something like really you can store any information, link to any other existing information, try to make it powerful. It's like you can store any information as a hub, and you can use the AI to dig deeper to look at the information from the knowledge base, not only Confluence, any others integrity. So I'm not sure if that helps. Sorry, I will unshare and go back again to Stefan. Yeah, thank you, Ken.
Thank you, Harry. The next question is coming in is what options are available for customizing the tools within the Teamwork Collection to fit specific team needs? Basically, the same ability that you have to customize Jira and Confluence standalone. So there really is no difference in as far as that goes. So it does work with other applications in the Atlassian marketplace, but again, also allows you the flexibility to create your own automations and also automate using the tools that we highlighted, Loom and Rovo.
Yeah, exactly. Ken is right. Is like so two is two, right? The thing is like, but think about is like how we can use it which is very important. For example, also the two has different, different types. I want to mention that is like, for example, you can use Jira Plan, which in my demo, but also there is some advanced roadmap or some other things in Jira like agile management, like a Scrum management, Kanban management. That is also some other transformation type, so you can use. So what I mentioned two is like there are a lot of different features, but think about is like, oh, how this feature can help me based on my business user case. So this is very important. We shared you some critical user keys, some tool usage, but that is still like not everything. So we want to take use of this seminar to show you guys is like, okay, Atlassian stuff is really powerful. Adaptavist is really did a very deep, expertise on whole product. So the thing is like how I can use their expertise to grow my business. So I think that is the goal. Yeah, sorry, go back to you again, Ken.
Thanks, Harry. So the next question is why would we buy the Teamwork Collection instead of the individual tools? So again, for the things we mentioned in the demonstration as far as the flexibility, but also I believe when the Teamwork Collection is purchased as a bundle, the licensing for Loom and Rovo is discounted quite a bit. It's definitely a bundle, or it's discounted more extensively than it would be buying each individual application.
Yeah, and also I want to add something based on that is like, think about a question about 1 plus 1, is that equal to 2? I think it's a very simple question, but philosophy question. I think it applies the same to this team work collection. It's like how the individual and team works. The thing is like teamworks give you more flexibility or ability, really more than 2. The reason is like you have the integration, you have the collaboration between different tools, not only by teams. So that gives you some powerful thing compared if you do things individually. Yeah, hope that makes sense.
Yeah, and again, so the Teamwork Collection actually bundles with it a lot higher limits as far as being able to leverage AI. So your ability to leverage the AI tools is increased with the Teamwork Collection.
Yeah.
What are the features of the Atlassian Teamwork Collection do you find most underutilized by teams? I would say right now, what I'm seeing is kind of a hesitation to adopt Rovo. And part of the reason why that is because it's new and it's AI, and people are kind of unsure on how to approach it or how to definitely leverage that to do some of the things that we highlighted as far as really indexing and categorizing your data, maintaining your information architecture. Those types of utilities that you can leverage AI with are things that most people are kind of like, hey, I hadn't thought about using it that way. But I would say that right now, Rovo is vastly underutilized by the teams that we interact with.
Yeah, I really agree with you, Canon. The AI is absolutely the legend, and I think lacking of the integration with AI with Rovo is really something is underestimated. But I want to add something more. Is like I think the second one who is not underestimated or underutilized is Confluence. Why the Confluence is like generally thinking is like Confluence, maybe it's something I can only store the knowledge, I can store the information, right? But I showed you guys in the demo is like Confluence is more powerful than that. Confluence can integrate with everything, with Jira and using the Jira plan, to track, to estimate, and also it can have list your goals, right? To list your goals here, to show the resources, stakeholder, to integrate with the Loom, to have the transcript here. So I think using this information together with the Confluence is like you can use Confluence as a base. So you don't need to switch out, switch back, and use the Confluence, to operate in the Jira, operate Rovo, operate everything else. So you can really feel like, oh, maybe that is really beneficial to the whole team. So yeah, hope that makes sense. Go back to you, Canon.
No, it makes a lot of sense. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of features. Don't underestimate Confluence. There's a lot of features in there that I think that people don't take advantage of enough. One of the ones that Harry highlighted was the whiteboarding issue, or the whiteboarding feature.
Yeah, agreement.
All right. With that, I think we'll wrap up the Q&A session. If you have any questions about the Teamwork Collection or how Adaptavist can help you implement the Teamwork Collection, we do have specific service packages around helping your organization get up and running with the Teamwork Collection. Simply reach out to us either via the website, or you can reach out to Harry and I individually on LinkedIn, or I don't know if we added our emails onto this, but you can follow up through email for those who have registered. So in conclusion, what I want to do is I want to state that leveraging the power of the Atlassian Teamwork Collection, it's really going to help improve your collaboration and communication, increase your productivity and efficiency, help your team stay aligned to your goals, and increase your ROI.
Yeah. I really agree with Canon. I want to add something more because we want to conclude this seminar. So think about the web seminar, this web seminar as a product, and you guys are the audience. So from our perspective, you guys are our customer, right? Because it's a product. And what we want to do is like we want to really deliver the expertise, what we learn, what our insight, helping the customer to solve the real problem, to let you guys to have a shortcut of your learning curve. So you don't need to do something, feel yourself again, to do everything, duplicate things again. Instead, you can really, fast and speed up to, have this shortcut to give the efficiency as soon as possible. And also we really hope is like you guys can boost the daily efficiency by using the AI. Like Ken mentioned, AI is really something underestimated or underutilized. The AI is something really helps you to for your daily life. Do the operation, do the estimate, give you the report, give you the estimate how I can do the next step, reduce the manual work. So a lot of things can do with that. The third thing is like I really want this web seminar to give you guys ideas like, okay, how I can change my team from currently multiple teams. Yeah, I mean, multiple team works, right? Makes sense. But the things, how I can make multiple team work work as one team culture. So they can collaborate. They want to share. They share the knowledge. They share what experience they have earned by supporting the customer, by running the marketing, by running the pre-sales, by selling the license, right? And they can have this mutual, experience sharing and to make mutual growth. So yeah, hope that makes sense. Yeah, sorry. Go back to again, Canon.
No, that's awesome, Harry. Thank you. Okay, so with that, we're going to go ahead and close up the webinar. Thank you for joining us this morning. And again, please visit us at adaptavist.com or reach out to us on LinkedIn. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Don't miss us. I mean, everyone here is like, we Adaptavist want to really like something to help you guys. Do not feel hesitate, ping us. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.